Hello, Steffi here. It's time to talk real people, real lives. Today's episode is a topic we all experienced in life. Some experience it in a loving, nurturing environment. Some maybe in a religious environment. Some in a strict, tough one. And maybe some of you in an abusive, violent and non-loving environment. But it's your choice, because we can't choose where we come from and we can't choose our parents. But you can choose where you want to go and you can choose the person you want to be. So our guest today, she had a very challenging upbringing, but what did she choose? Where did she want to go? And what kind of person would she like to be? Let's see. Please welcome our guest today, Misty. Hello, Misty.
Hi.
I know you're happy to be here to share your story with us. So I know a little bit about your story and the person you are today. It's absolutely amazing. I really take my head off, really. What did you go through? How did it all start? Where do you get your energy from and everything you're doing now, because you had a very challenging upbringing? So do you want to tell us a little bit more about it, share with us?
Sure. I think that the person I am today is all down to my mum. She worked 3 jobs raising her 3 daughters, and she always put us first. My background is that I grew up, if anyone's seen the movie Once Were Warriors, that was my life, my childhood. But my mum chose to leave my dad when I was 6 and raise us on her own. So she moved us to a very beautiful, affluent town, and we had a really idyllic childhood from then on. My father stayed in our lives. He visited frequently, so I never felt like he was out of our lives, and I was showered with lots of love, and I think that helped shape who I am today. I think my mom was very young when she had me, a child raising a child, so we pretty much helped mum raise us.
Mm-hmm. There was teamwork.
It was teamwork. Yeah, indeed. That's just, I think my mum, it's all down to my mum, credit to my mum, yeah.
But I guess because she needed the support as well, because dad was gone, so she needed the support from you, girls, as well. So it was like you supported them, she supported you wherever she could, and I guess she did whatever was in her power to actually give you the love you needed. Yeah.
Because we grew up in a small town, everyone knew our business and knew what we came from. There weren't many single mums in my town, so I did feel judged a lot, and rumours would go around about my father, and I did notice that my friends' parents treated me differently. So it's so weird. It was like they thought I couldn't hear them, and I'm standing right there, and they would talk about what I was wearing, how I wore summer clothes in the winter and winter clothes in the summer because mum bought them on sale. That's when she could afford them. We didn't have a lot of food, we didn't have a lot of things in our house, but I didn't know that. You can't miss what you don't know.
That's right.
And that was just normal life for me.
If you don't know the difference, it was normal for you.
Yeah. And some parents wouldn't leave me alone in a room. I think they thought I was going to steal things. And it made me feel very uncomfortable because I didn't know how to do anything bad. I always had a very clear understanding in my head of what was right and what was wrong.
Yeah.
And that just would never have entered my mind.
But being judged from others, and you still were a child, and you I guess you didn't even know how to put it in perspective with, oh my goodness, I'm a little child. You know, it's not your fault what was going on outside.
Yeah.
You tried your best, but they judged you what they could see and what they heard from the outside.
Yeah. So it made me very determined not to repeat a cycle. As I grew older, Mum developed a village of wonderful women, friends who had children, and so we became very close with them. And what I did notice is that my sisters and I really did not repeat the cycle, whereas a lot of my friends' children did. They all became young single mothers themselves. And it was very clear to me why we didn't. Mum consistently put us first, and a lot of times I saw that the other mothers probably didn't put their kids first a lot of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And because I felt more secure, I think, and my dad stayed in our lives, I think I felt a lot more loved.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. The love is so important.
Yeah.
And you still got this, and actually from both sides, even not in the same house,
Yeah.
but you knew you could go to your dad, you could reach out.
Yeah.
And I think this is very, very important
It was really
for a child.
important, yeah. And I just kind of felt protected in a way. It's hard to understand in that I didn't feel safe growing up, and I never kind of felt like a child growing up.
Yeah.
I remember being a child, but I don't remember being innocent. I kind of always knew things that we were different. It's hard to explain.
Is this because, like, when adults were talking, you play in the corner, but you could hear everything, all the conversations, and you made up your own actually picture for yourself? Could this be because when your mum had her friends and they come around to your house, they're talking what can they do better and what do other people go through, and then you could hear this stuff and they say, oh, okay, but I don't want this and I don't want to be like this. Maybe it already built up in you the confidence.
Yeah, well, one of the very clear things is that my mother never rubbished my father. She never spoke badly about him in front of us. Yeah. Whereas, a lot of the other women had some bitterness and unhappiness. And my mother was just never like that. She's a very kind, gentle soul. And she had 3 very strong, dominant daughters.
Yeah.
So, we're all a bit bossy.
But she must be a really special person.
She is.
To hear all those things, what she went through. She actually sacrificed her own life for you.
Yep.
For you. So how is she doing now?
She's okay.
Yeah. Does she should be really proud of you guys now to have such awesome children.
Yep.
So, but you still had it was still challenging for you, what you went through. So when did it really say, you know what? No, I want to have a different life. I don't want this.
Yeah, I kind of left school very early because I didn't like going to school and I rebelled and I was really naughty, but something switched in my head and I thought, no, I do not want this life. And so I went back to school and I studied and I got a job and I've just continued to grow from then.
Awesome. And how did it feel when you made the decision, okay, the switch that I go back to school? How does it actually feel making this decision?
It was hard, really, really hard, but I believe that you choose your life.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that you choose to get out of bed, you choose to get on that bus, you choose to go to school. I choose to, go to sleep early, I set my alarm, I get up every morning, I go to work. Anyone can do that. It's a choice, and I firmly believe that you choose your life. And I will always choose happiness. And to be happy, I need to have a job, I need to feel fulfilled, I need a purpose. And that's just what I do.
No, this is actually amazing because lots of people out there, especially women, they go back and they still live in the past, and they're still feeling like victims. And you can't live in the now when you're still living in the past.
I refuse to live as a victim.
That's
my
awesome.
past does not shape my future.
I think this is a powerful message. But do you wanna give us, or especially the people that listen to us, and I would think mostly women, and they living in a very challenging environment, even right now, what's going on right now. what message, what would you say to them to actually make a difference?
I would say just to have that self-belief. Words can shape who we are, but the most important words you should listen to are the words you say to yourself. Don't listen to naysayers, don't listen to negative people. Just get on with it. My philosophy on life is to have no regrets. I want to look back because life is short. I don't want to have any regrets. Mm-hmm. And whenever I'm making a decision, I always think about that. Will I regret not doing this in 5 years?
Awesome. So do you listen to yourself, mm-hmm. what you're going to say, mm-hmm. and what you think about things?
Yep.
This is great. My goodness. Honestly, you're such an amazing person. Oh, and I really mean it. You know it, Misty. You absolutely know it. It's all the things you went through and how they shaped you. And now you support others, and I know your work, what you're doing. You support others. You are there for others. It's just amazing. You actually spread the love.
I try.
The mum gave mm-hmm. to you. You spread the love.
She's and my number one.
Yes, mm-hmm. And this is what we need.
This is my ride or die.
Oh, this is so nice. And I know you still have awesome contact with your dad.
Mm-hmm.
And this is so important. Even, there are relationships out there when the dads were not there in their life, in kids' lives, but still, it's your dad.
Yeah.
Even you have to forgive.
You only get one mum. You only get one dad.
Yeah. You have to forgive. It doesn't matter what happened. You cannot change it anyway. Forgive, move forward, not move on, but move forward. Yeah. Yes, and start again. It is possible mm-hmm. to live the life to the full.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Honestly, when I heard your story the first time, I'm in a live movie. It's like, oh my goodness, me coming from overseas. Wow, this is really like in the movie. No, awesome. Thank you so much.
Well, I'm not the only one. So many kids grow up the same as me, and we all know the story.
Yeah, but like you say, it's really up to you. It's up to you to make a difference. It's your choice.
It is.
In life.
Very much.
Oh my God.
Choose it.
Choose it, mm-hmm. Thank you so much. Thank you, Misty. Woo! Another very powerful story. I really can say. And always remember what we just said. You cannot live in the past. We live in the now. And if you think, oh my goodness, I can't. Yes, you can. There is no I can't. And there is always help out there. Help and hope for everyone. So I'm asking you, what upbringing did you have? Just think about it for a second. And then realize, oh my goodness, I still live in the past. Because I will not forgive anyone. But this is delete the thought and say, hey, you know what? They're actually right. And Misty's story empowered me so much that I'm going to make a change. I move forward from now on. I forgive what happened because you cannot change the past. So use your energy in the now, in the present, and not wasting your energy in the past. Life is too short, what Misty just said. And also, it is your thought in the moment. Move forward. Life is too short. This is our message today. So remember, we are on this journey together. Let's start the conversation. Share your thoughts and subscribe to our channel. Enjoy life. Live in the moment. And most of all, be unstoppable. You are worth it. And that's all what matters. It's time to talk. Bye for now. See you soon.